Greek podcast, and of course we're at New York Prime, baby. This is the place to go. The steak's so good, the cows want to come here for any occasion, birthday, anniversary. I got married here. My biggest mistake in my life was right in this place. Got a special guest today with me, Mike Luby from 940 Wins. My boy came off the bench to fill in. Mike, how are you?
I'm doing great, Greek. First of all, I have to ask, what the heck's going on with this?
The beard. The beard is, I lost a little, I have something going on with Johnny and Franny. I'd rather it be going on with Franny, but it's going on with Johnny and Franny. So they asked me to grow a beard for a week. If I commit to it, I have a hard time committing. Everybody knows that. I think I can make it to Friday. We'll see what happens. And of course, we have to thank Brayman Motor Cars, Jupiter and West Palm. Those are the guys that keep this podcast driving in the right lane. Your next car should be a great experience at Brayman Motor Cars. And what is the big story today? 1-3, baby. 1-3. Back in the post. Oh, my God. He's gone. Oh, my God. What happened? New York fans are going crazy. Mike, what did you think when you first heard it?
I'll have to say that after he got a big contract last year, and a week ago, Gettleman, the GM of the VP of Ops and GM of the Giants, said, well, we didn't sign him to trade him, and then they traded him, so it was a little confusing in that regard.
So he's a liar.
Yeah, exactly.
So he's a liar. So maybe he should get into politics or get into Congress. I mean, again, why do you do this? What do you think happened? I think something had to happen behind the scenes where they just drew the line and they were like, that's it. Because Mara, the owner, said last year, we're not trading him. Odell's the man. He's the face of the franchise. He's one of the faces of the league, whether you like him or not. I know a lot of people have said, well, he gets hurt a lot. He didn't play a lot of games. But to me, he's a stud. I don't think the Giants got enough. I know they got the safety in the first and third, and it depends. You know, this is one of those trades that you'll have to look down the road. But I still don't think they got enough.
Well, and it's something I've heard you say before, and I've heard other people say, the talent you have now is a lot more valuable than the talent you're going to get. Because, again, it's the talent you have now.
Yep.
You don't know what the first, the third, the fifth, the seventh is going to turn into. You know what Odell Beckham Jr. is right now.
Thing with the Browns, I mean, Vegas already jumped on the horn. All my friends were calling me last night. 3 teams switched last night, the odds. First of all, the Browns went from like 30-1, 14-1. I had to win the Super Bowl. You're just taking your money and just choo. I don't see that happening. Sorry, Cleveland. Cleveland sucks. Rover, my boy, I love you. Mornings on Real Radio. The Giants went to the sky. The only good thing that happened about this, now the Giants are farther odds than the Dolphins. That's the only good thing that happened about this. And then the Jets, they made a big move with Bell. Thank God they got him. We'll break down a little bit more. How do you think now, would you want to answer phones today at the Giants office?
No.
Oh, my God.
No.
You want to talk about bad jobs? Every call. You suck. I hate you. My tickets are gone. They had to put it on oil pipe. You just reached the New York Giants. Thank you for calling. Season tickets, number 2. You know what I mean? If you want to rent this place, I mean, I just cannot believe. And the New York fans are going back to the Mets in '73. Again, different time years ago when the Mets traded Seaver. Yeah. I mean, there is, and the Knicks traded Frazier one time. But those guys were at the end of their career.
Well, that's what I was going to say is Beckham is not even in his prime.
Yeah.
Beckham's in his mid-20s. Like, we don't know what he can be. He's had some injury stuff. He's had some, he opens his mouth stuff. But once he gets settled in, who knows what the guy can be. He's shown glimpses of being the best receiver in football. And you brought up the Dolphins. See, we're sort of neutered down here in South Florida to deal with losing a little bit the last few years.
Yeah.
The Giants aren't.
No.
The Giants always win, and they're ran as well as any organization in sports.
Yeah, they want to win. I mean, again, they've had a couple Super Bowls with Parcells, obviously the last couple of years, but when you go win, the Giants think, hey, we got a shot to win the division. To me right now is Philly and Dallas. Obviously, the Redskins, they can't hold water if they fall in a boat. I mean, the Giants are going to be brutal. They couldn't pick up a girl in Vegas now. I mean, it's bad. Eli's probably home going, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
He's going to open up a hamburger stand with French fries. I did hear a nice story about Odell last year. I guess he had a situation, and things come out, where him and Manning, he said a couple things about Manning. And I think where they really got upset was that Odell would criticize the front office and the play calling, and the quarterback, he raised his eyes. So Odell went to Eli and said, let me come home with you one night and see what your family's like and friends and kids. So he went home with them, and they had a better understanding of each other. I mean, again, you don't know what a locker room is, and anybody who's watching this, I feel bad for. No, anybody who's watching this probably didn't play professional sports. Everybody has a job. We all have jobs. That's why we're here. So we know when there's somebody who is an issue. We know when somebody is a problem. I got a good buddy of mine, Sid Rosenberg, does radio in New York. Calls into my show 940 Wins, the Greek Zone. Sid is like a right receiver, I said. He's a little bit of a diva problem. People say I can be at different times with different things. But again, I'm the cash cow. And to me, Odell, you deal with that. And I always think, like, if I own the Giants and I'm Mara, I get a coach who can manage that.
Yeah.
Like Adam, I was surprised Bell went to the Jets because Adam Gase, he doesn't like headaches. I mean, so I was surprised that I thought that was going to screw up the deal for the Jets. I wanted the Jets to get Bell. I'm excited. I think Bell knocked even more when Odell left. He was like, man, this is my city now. I'm jumping in. I'm grabbing this. But I still think it's a bad move for the Giants. And I would have wanted somebody back big. Like, I would have traded Odell for the first, third, the safety, and Landry.
Well, they talked about that the Giants wanted 2 first-round picks in exchange.
Yeah.
You brought up something interesting before, and it's where we lean a lot of the time in the world of the Greek. The Browns were all automatically installed as like their 6th or 7th favorite now for the Super Bowl. You sort of scoffed at that. I know you're not the biggest fan of Cleveland.
No.
What are your thoughts of them overall, though, when it comes to the Super Bowl now with Odell Beckham Jr.?
To me, this team's got to make the playoffs for this to be a good pick. I mean, again, they won 7 games last year. Baker Mayfield, love him, made me a lot of money. Screwed me in the Rose Bowl a couple years ago. I'm over it, Baker. But his passing percentage was better out of the pocket than it was in the pocket.
Yeah.
Now, they picked up a couple defensive studs. They've done a lot of things. I give them credit from 2 years ago to be 0-16. For them to take a leap to go to Super Bowl, they got to win the division first. Obviously, then you win 2 games. Could it happen? Anything can happen. I mean, anything can happen. I don't see it, me personally. Now, also, let's not forget, they picked up Hunt.
Yeah.
Now, Hunt's going to be back in 10 weeks. As long as he can stay out of hotels and beating people up, that'll be a nice thing. But, I mean, what a locker room. You got Hunt, Odell, and Landry. Oh, my God.
Fun.
Oh, my God. Are you crazy? That's like North and South Korea. It's like the Congress in session with Trump. It's going to be bizarre. I just don't know. And Cleveland's such a place. But, he'll have a big year. He definitely will. I think Landry and also him is like almost years ago, but we didn't know the backstory. These guys are good friends.
Yes.
We thought the same thing as Yankee fans when A-Rod came with Jeter. They were like A-Rod, Jeter. They ended up winning 1 title. They won divisions, but they didn't do so well together. There was a lot of friction. But we'll see at the end of the year how this works out. Who gets the ball? There's only one football.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the whole thing. But it's going to be interesting. And again, for the first time I can remember, the Browns were relative. I mean, can you remember anytime somebody
No,
done with
no.
Cleveland?
Well, and it's funny if you think about like 2-3 years ago. If you looked at like a Rams Cleveland Browns game,
Right.
that'd have been the worst game on the schedule. Now, if it was the Rams versus the Browns with these 2 teams, it'd be a shootout.
Oh, and get ready for the Browns because they're going to be on TV a lot.
Oh my God! Yeah.
They're going to be a lot. They're going to be on TV. Now, Bell and his agent, I've said this before. This is me. I'm an earner every day. I got to work. When I don't work, I'm spending money. That's an issue. That's the bottom line. So I'm better off working. I will work until my number gets pulled. My ultimate job is going to be I'm going to work down Star Island. I'm going to be one of the guys in the boots, over there, the guards, just, working out money. Yeah, working out money and picking out stuff, selling tube socks, stuff like that, water bottles with my face on it. He sat out a year, and to me, he lost $14 million. You're never going to get that back. He gets back in now. Okay, he gets his money from the Jets. He gets $35 million, and I like Bell. Got an autographed jersey of his signed in my office. That's big. I'm a fan of it. But I don't see what that, last year, you lost that whole year. You're not getting back that $14 million.
Well, and he got less than he expected.
Yeah.
He wasn't $35 million guaranteed is a great deal, especially for a running back. But he expected a lot more money than that when he wanted to enter the free agent market.
He would have got more. The first Pittsburgh deal was more.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
I also think there is a truth that Ben did not like Bell and Brown. Because about 3 years ago, Ben said, I'm retiring. All of a sudden, those 2 leave, and he wants a new deal.
Yeah.
So that tells me that he was not getting along with them. And again, we seen it with Kobe and Shaq. They made a decision. They went with Kobe. Kobe got 2 more titles. To me, that worked. I still want to let Shaq leave because I thought he was a beast. Those guys won 3 in a row. I mean, I don't think they get enough credit. And everything's relative to today. We hear the Warriors. But to me, that team was awesome.
Yeah.
They had some studs on that team besides those 2. But the friction, and as Brown, and I heard your show this morning with our man D, Devo, because he needs Marlon tickets. Thanks for calling me today. Called me today, told me, Greek, you're the best, but they need Marlon tickets, I get it. Is this going to be the new pattern for guys to get out of their contracts?
Well, Antonio Brown sort of started a trend.
Yeah.
Because Antonio Brown sat out near the end of the year, also on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah.
He's now on the Oakland, Las Vegas, Los Angeles, whatever city they're in, Raiders. And he sort of held their feet to the fire, and you saw OBJ do it.
Yeah.
I'm curious if it is a trend, because we've seen it in the NBA
Yep.
the last few years since LeBron in 2010. I wonder, the NFL seemed impenetrable. Maybe not so much anymore.
We'll see what happens. I mean, it's still the biggest thing for me to watch the NFL. I watch the NFL Network a lot. And ESPN, I see that big logo from Caesars Casino.
Oh, there you
That is I never thought I would see that. Caesars Casino sponsors the NFL, which is crazy. You got conference tournaments this week. Virginia Tech, ACC. Here's a little, I don't know when you guys are going to get this, but the ACC, when teams are given more than 5 points, they're like, I think 19-4. Today, Virginia Tech giving the Canes 7.5, blow them out. Then tonight, and they'll repeat this tomorrow, Syracuse, supposedly is another pick. And there was one more piece. Louisville over Notre Dame. So we'll see those 2 picks. Then you got March Madness. There's so much going on. You can catch Mike every morning, 9:40 wins with Devo. Is it Devo? What is it? What is his name? Defoe. And him. 2 o'clock, I'm on the Greek Zone. And that show is bizarre because you never know when you're going to get it. It's like rolling dice. Is he coming on? Is he not coming on? Of course, you got me in Real Radio every day, 10 to 2 with Johnny C., Francis, myself, Rover in the morning, Love Doctors. We're sponsored by Brayman Motor Cars, Jupiter and West Palm. Next time you want a great new car, that's where you go. They'll make it a great experience. And let's not forget the backbone of the podcast, the Greek podcast. It's New York Prime. We'll return in a few more minutes, and we'll talk about Hollywood with their hands in a cookie jar. Are you surprised? Because I'm not. Peace.
At Brayman, we do 2 things really well.
We provide a world-class experience to our customers and serve our community.
Test drive through Sunday and get a $1,000 credit. Plus, we'll donate 120 meals in your name. Brayman BMW, West Palm Beach, and Jupiter.
When you drive with Brayman,
You drive safe.
Club Brayman Teen Driving Course is Sunday, March 31st.
visit clubbrayman.com.
We'll see you soon.
Join Brayman Motor Cars for the Spring Break Sales event and make no payments till summer. Brayman Motor Cars, West Palm Beach, and Jupiter. BraymanMotorCars.com.
It is Greek Podcast. We're at New York Prime, baby. This is the place to go for any occasion. Have a good night. Love the steak here. I've been here many, many times. I'm on the wall. That's when you know you're big. I am on the wall at New York Prime. I replaced my buddy Sid Rosenberg. They throw him in the back corner. Now the Greek is here. That's right. It's the Greek Podcast at New York Prime, sponsored by Brayman Motor Cars, Jupiter, and West Palm Beach. Your next car, you want it to be a great experience, and everybody loves when you get a new car. It's exciting. It really is. You get the car, you get all jacked up. You want it, and you're spending money. You want to spend it at the right place. Brayman Motor Cars. Again, Mike Luby's with me on loaner for 940 wins. Picked him up off the bench.
Yes.
Our boy Ryan is a little sick, under the weather. I had a chance to get Molly Bloom. I said, nope. Halle Berry, nope. I went with him, Mike Luby. Mike, so what else is going on?
Okay, so I know you've spent some time in Hollywood.
Yeah.
You're in the news lately.
I've been doing this for my boy Odell.
So they're in the news with some of the actresses and actors with their children have been trying to do some things and getting their kids into college.
Well, first of all, that woman is beautiful.
The daughter?
Yeah, no, the
Lori Loughlin?
Yeah, the mom. Full house. That is a full house.
And Becky.
Yeah, with the 2 daughters and her, that is a full house. She paid $500,000. Lori, if you're listening, call me. I would have got him in for $20,000 in a Louis bag. You spent $500,000 to get them into USC? You kidding me? OJ went there. You can get in. Oh my God.
That was my take.
$500,000? I can see if it was Harvard or Brown, Cornell. But USC? Come on. And they're terrible against the point spread in college basketball. I would have got him in for $20,000. No problem. And you're telling me she couldn't have got dressed up and went to go see one of the dean of students and said, hey, what are we doing? Now, it just shows you our society. Greek 101. I say it for years. People crack me. It's not all about money. It is. Go to Publix tonight with no money. See what happens. They throw you out in your ass. You want bread? They say screw. No money? Get out. And of course they're going to do it. And everybody gets caught. And then the other person, the other Hollywood star, $15,000.
Felicity Huffman, yeah.
Now, your kids can't get a decent SAT score? I don't even want to tell you what I got on my SATs because it was good. It was good. I hit the over because I bet on it. I bet on my over on there, and I picked up a nickel. I went over. You get like, what do you get, 600, 800 points for you writing your name?
Yeah.
I mean, how bad are they? They must be blown out that they can't even get on. And then how embarrassing. Then her daughter has like this blog. It's brutal. And then the old man owns this big, he's the
It was
designer.
Massimo, remember Massimo?
Yeah, he owns that. So they got more money. Go buy a building. Do something. Get USC new uniforms. Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad. And it's embarrassing. They shut down all their media. They're not doing it. But I don't understand. See, I think that girl Lori got screwed by that guy. I think, like anything else, somebody comes in and sees, well, Hollywood money? Because $500,000 cash. Are you kidding me? That's like $900,000 to get 2 kids in USC. It's not, I think he just jammed her a little because she's a Hollywood star. That's what I think. But man, I mean, you talk about headlines, and it's in the Bible, baby. When it's in the Bible, you know it's big. We got this and our boy. There it is. There's the family. I mean, you got to see everybody. And when they got caught, they had to be like, "Oh, are you kidding me?" Now, do you think the kids knew?
Oh no, I think for sure the kids know. I think the kids
Really?
Well, this one girl didn't even want to be in college. She had 2 million followers on YouTube. She had 1 million followers on Instagram. She
If that
didn't
was
need
my
college.
house, I'd be like, Dad, no way. Give me the money. Give me 20,000. I'll go to track. I'll turn it to 80. Are you kidding me? Oh my God. And she's so hot. I just can't believe. And they're smart, and the family's smart. But $500,000, and then again, we talk about this all the time. Throw away phone, people. Throw away phone. Are you kidding me? Everybody gets popped with their phones. My God, go buy them at a bodega. They're $20 and fling them. If Tiger Woods had this, it'd be no problem. I don't understand what people think.
Well, one of the people was $6 million. Can't you just put it in a trust that has good interest or something? Like, I think this is almost a throwaway.
And how about the guy who got popped? He's turning on everybody.
Yeah.
Bada bing. Everybody goes. That's how you tell somebody. He thinks he's going to do time. $25 million. What? And the FBI, again, it happens a lot of times, they stumble onto big crimes for one thing. It's like a wiretap, and they're looking for something else, and then something else happens, and it says, oh, what about this? It is crazy. It's a big story, but it doesn't surprise me. It shouldn't surprise you. Rich people, celebrities are just like you and me. My dad always said it. They only got more zeros. Yeah. Robert Kraft, the whole situation with him, he's not the first guy to do that, not the last guy. I mean, the guy, the celebrity with the Empire, I mean, another situation.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, him,
Justice
Harvey.
and all that, yeah.
Who else? Matt Lauer. I mean, how many had to go? Thank God for celebrities. Celebrities should make you feel good about yourself. I mean, that's the whole thing. If that's the barometer, I mean, we're stars. We're role models. Are you kidding me? We're pillars of society here on the Greek Podcast. I was totally shocked. Swinging back into sports, who do you like in college basketball? Any team that you think's got a shot?
Well, up until this week, I liked Gonzaga a lot, and then they faced St. Mary's and got
They had a bad game.
annihilated.
They had a
and
bad game.
You never really want that going into the tournament. I think Duke is the biggest question mark of them all. I think they're the most talented team.
Does Williamson play in the ACC tournament?
Well, from what I've heard from one Greek, yes. And if it's so, then I would think they're in my Final Four, and I think they win it all. I think if he's playing, it's to prove something that, look, I'm above the NBA in a sense that I'm all about my team. I'm old school throwback dude, which he sort of is. And if he's going to go out there, he's not going to lose.
Now, Murray had his pro day today. I don't know if you
Kyler
see
Murray,
it. Yeah, I got my buddies calling me from Vegas. This is what my afternoon's like. I'm doing a show, and I get 37 text messages. Murray's throwing today at his pro day. That's my friends. That's what they look at. Now, every NFL team was there.
Really?
They said all 32 teams were represented. That was strong.
Yeah.
I mean, the Dolphins aren't getting it. Miami does not have a quarterback. This is bizarre. Do you think Tannehill's on the team in 30 days?
I say no. You're freaking me out right now, Greek. No. Those of you out there, please, Dolphins, if you're watching us, listening to us, we've had 7 years of Tannehill. No more Tannehill, please.
Now, who do you want? Kim Kardashian?
I don't care. Anyone. Any Kardashian. Any the Jenners, Bruce, Caitlyn, anyone, not Tannehill, please. I'm begging you. We're on the Greek Podcast. The Greek makes things happen. You make it happen.
I can't make that happen. I gotta say, let me give you a compliment to the Dolphins front office. If iHeart had them working for us, forget about it. They call me every day, text me, email me. They were like yesterday. It was so funny. The kid called me. He goes, you don't want to miss this. I go, miss what? He goes, what? I go, miss what? He goes, you don't want to miss this. This is gonna be great. I'm excited for the Miami Open. That's gonna be there.
That'll be fun.
The tennis tournament. We got the Super Bowl down here. Now, if the Browns are going in, I'm telling you right now. I already told Goodell. I text him. I'm not going. I'm not going if the Browns are in. I've been slammed Cleveland for years. I can't go to the Super Bowl if the Browns win. I'm sorry. Now, do you think Teddy Bridgewater? You're saying you heard some rumors that the Dolphins might sign him.
Well, the reports were the Dolphins offered more money, offered a chance at a starting spot, and it's his hometown, and he turned that down to re-sign with the Saints. However, as of now, he has not signed with the Saints, and there were murmurs he may be meeting with the Dolphins.
Oh, that'd be nice. I like Bridgewater. I loved him with the Jets last year. It was great in preseason. I was raking it in the first couple weeks. Then they sit him and they ship him to the Saints. I was so depressed. Now, do you think Sam Darnold's the real deal?
Yes.
You think now Jets under over 10 games next year?
Really? Wow, the over-under's 10?
I'm just asking you.
Oh, no, I think 9. I think they win 9, so I'll go under.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is anybody going to beat Tom? is anybody? I thought maybe Odell would go to New England. Tom!
No.
That would be great if you went there. Stack the deck. Is anybody going to beat Tom?
In the AFC, I think the Patriots. The Chiefs, I think they make a look. The Chiefs went to the AFC Championship last year, and if D Ford, who's not even on the Chiefs anymore, doesn't go off sides, the Chiefs beat the Patriots. So I think the Chiefs are better.
Yeah, and if Hal Berry's in my bed today, I'm not married. Chiefs, though, they picked up some guys, but they lost 2 linebackers. They also released Houston.
And Eric Berry, too, today. They released Eric Berry.
Of course, they're giving him so much money. I mean, so they lost 3 guys. I mean, there's so much to talk about with the NFL. That's why the NFL is the biggest sport in the world, because look where we are today. We're April 13th. 2 days away from payday, by the way. March 13th. Excuse me. And we're talking all NFL. I mean, that is the biggest thing about this league. Every single day. And the free agency is crazy. Yeah. I mean, every day you're seeing somebody 30 million, 40 win. It's like 65 lotto winners.
Yeah. Well, and it was the first 2 days it came out the gate. And every time you turned your TV on, you looked at your phone, there was someone new making a move, going somewhere else. And there were bigger names. Like you said, Justin Houston 2 years ago was like one of the best defensive players in football. Now he's on the open market.
Yeah, it's crazy. Now, do you think, who's your pick for, will the Heat make the playoffs?
Yes.
Will Wade come back?
No.
Wade's done.
Yeah.
Wade's done.
Well, he should go out. He's played really well, and you don't want to look. Yeah. You don't want to look like Jordan looked at the end. You want to go out on the way a solid play.
Pat Riley calls me. He says, "Greek, get together, me, you. Let's go down to South Beach, Prime 112. Stop by Club 11 and get Anthony Davis." If they get Anthony Davis and Kyrie and Irving, would Wade come back?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
okay,
you think
good.
so?
Well, yeah.
I
hope.
He says yes.
It'd be stupid not to.
It is the Greek with my buddy Mike. We appreciate him. From day one, we hit it off. I had the pleasure of working with these 2 guys in the morning for about 1.5 years. Then they said to me, Greek, 2 to 4. I miss working with these guys.
Yeah, you left us.
I didn't leave them, but you know what? There's more to life than Greek. Is there really? I don't know. We are sponsored by Braven Motor Cars. Don't forget that. Jupiter in West Palm. Your next great experience with a new car, it's got to be there. That's where it's at. You'll feel great. And when you're spending money next to a house, it's one of your most expensive purchases. Take it from your boy. I know. And I'm telling you, it's Braven Motor Cars. New York Prime, we like to always thank them. My man behind the scenes, Alex, never gets in front of the camera. That's part of his deal. He's shy. He's the mystery man, but he does a good job every week. Me and Alex have a relationship like a hooker. I give him money up front. He performs. But I mean, that's the way we like it. It is the Greek Podcast. Don't forget, boys and girls, listen to us on the radio every day on Real Radio. 10 to 2, 94.3 FM, and then 2 to 4. If you like this nonsense, because that's what this is, nonsense at its best. It's a carnival. 2 to 4, it's the Greek Zone with the kid from Menudo. See you next week, guys. Have a good time. Peace.